This is a SnapEd New York video presentation.
Hi, I'm Caitlin, SnapEd educator with Cornell Cooperative Extension, and today we'll be talking about fresh basil and making pesto. Flavors come from all around us, including the solid fat from butter, the sodium from salt, and the sugar from, well, sugar. But it's important to remember that everything we eat and drink matters, and too much saturated fat, sodium, and added sugars can negatively affect our health. So we want to limit these. Luckily, we can still use spices, herbs, and even fruits and vegetables to add flavor in a healthy way. But with so many different seasonings, it can be hard to keep track of how to use each one. So in today's video, we'll be highlighting a fresh herb, basil. From the store or garden to your kitchen to your plate, you'll learn how to get the most out of your basil and save some money along the way. Basil is a fragrant herb that loves the warm weather. There are quite a few varieties, but you'll typically find them with oval-shaped leaves and a bright green color. It's a popular ingredient for pastas, salads, sandwiches, and the pesto we'll be making later today. As with most plant foods, like vegetables and fruit, basil is very low in calories, but still packed with the nutrient vitamin K, which is important for blood clotting and bone formation. Only 2 tablespoons of basil provides about 20% of the recommended daily intake for vitamin K. If it's not on sale, fresh herbs may seem a bit expensive, especially if it spoils before you're able to use it. Dried basil is a less expensive and more convenient option, or to save money in the summer, buy a basil plant or grow your own from seeds. With SNAP benefits, you can buy potted herbs and seeds from your local store or farmer's market. Just be sure to water and provide it with enough sunlight so it can last you all summer long. To use your fresh basil plant, pick brightly colored leaves in the morning before the sun dries out the powerful plant oils. If you're not using them right away or buying basil at the store, treat them like a bouquet of flowers and place the stems in a glass of water. This will keep the leaves fresh for a few days. Cover the leaves with a plastic bag to keep the moisture in, and you can leave it at room temperature or refrigerate it. Now onto our pesto recipe. You will need 2 cups of fresh basil leaves, 1/3 cup of Parmesan cheese, 1/3 cup of olive oil, a half a teaspoon of dried minced garlic. You can rehydrate this by adding 1/4 to a half a teaspoon of water, or you can use 1 clove of fresh garlic and mince it yourself. And finally, a blender or food processor. This recipe makes 6 one-serving portions of pesto. Before preparing, wash your hands with warm water and soap for at least 20 seconds. Then wash your fresh whole basil by placing it in a bowl of water. Push up and down on it to dislodge any dirt, then repeat in fresh water until no dirt appears in the bowl. Pat dry and remove any long stems. We'll only be using the leaf portion. Now, all you have to do is add your ingredients to your blender or processor, blend, then enjoy. Put it on a whole wheat pasta for an easy dinner, or use it as a healthy alternative for mayonnaise on sandwiches and wraps, or toss it into a chicken soup for extra flavor. You can also freeze individual portions to thaw and use later. Place it in an ice cube tray and cover it with plastic wrap. This can save you time in the future and money, since pre-made pesto from the store can be fairly expensive. Freezing your pesto is also a good way to use up any fresh basil that might otherwise go to waste. Aside from pesto, basil is a great complement to other spices and herbs. So don't be afraid to experiment with some different flavor combinations that might also include garlic, oregano, mustard, paprika, pepper, and/or sage. One thing to note about fresh basil though is that it's best to add it in the final stages of cooking, since heat can diminish the flavor and bright green color. Some ways I like fresh basil are chopped onto a fruit or green salad for a refreshing twist, and a quick bruschetta appetizer along with ripe tomatoes, garlic, olive oil, and balsamic, mixed into a tomatoey pasta sauce for an extra boost of flavor, or as a pizza topping along with your tomato sauce and fresh mozzarella. For an easy and affordable way to make pizza at home, check out this personal pizza recipe from snapedny.org. As you can see, there are so many reasons why basil is a staple item in many kitchens. Who knew such a small leaf can be flavorful, versatile, and nutritious? I hope in this video you learned a little bit more on how to buy, store, and prepare fresh basil in affordable and tasty ways. If you are looking for more ideas on how to incorporate basil into your meals, check out snapedny.org or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Thank you for joining us today. We know the healthy choice isn't always the easiest choice, but small changes can make a big difference. Start today by getting involved with SNAP-Ed New York. This program is free for those who qualify or receive SNAP benefits. We want to help you save time, save money, and eat healthy. Learn how SNAP-Ed can make a difference in your life. For more information and to find your local program, visit snapedny.org. This material is funded by USDA's Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. SNAP. This institution is an equal opportunity provider.